can't get them back there. So what about this? Damn it. Right, good morning sports fans. Join me in the Manitou. We've just had a load of fertiliser turn up. So I'm just starting to unload that and stack it away. For those of you who have been watching since the North Wick days, before I come back to dairy farming, you'll know how much I raved about having a bag handler. And I'm missing it right now. We're back on the old pallet forks, and as good as they are, it's not the same. Probably wouldn't be handling anywhere near the amount of fertiliser here that we were at Northwick. It's one of those, isn't it? They cost a lot of money. I mean, they're well worth the money if you're handling a lot of bags. Just trying to make my stack square before I start, because the minute you don't have it square, it all goes Pete Tong. We're going to double stack some bags here. They've got to be set right to start with. Also, we're steaming up. Put the window down a bit. So yeah, got some pallets to put out in a minute as we get through. Right, we're about to find out how well I've stacked these bags. Check something. Just wanted to check there was some old bags there to stack on top of for sure. Cold. I can't get them back there. So what about this? Damn it. Right, you've got a lovely bit of bird muck you're looking at there. I'm a bit unsure of how high Rob wants these stacked. You can stack them free high, but be very careful there with the pallet fork near the bag. Oh, come on, Manitou, we haven't got time for electric handbrakes. I've got a whole lorry body to unload yet. Whoa there, bags. See, what you don't want them doing is swinging into your front tyre and splitting. That'd be a bad day. But we'll try and avoid that from happening. Slow and steady wins the race. I'll put these down here a second. Readjust my forks so that I've got them right on the tips. Like so. And curl them in. Quite like that. That left-hand bag needs to go in a bit more. Now curl them in. Oh, beauty. That way we'll get another one on the end of that row. I need one odd one to go on the next row anyway. Some operator meat. Don't know where Richard's got to. He's abandoned me. Carry the bag on the heel of the fork most of the way. Save it sliding up and down and potentially ripping. That's where the bag lifter helps, because they have the backboard to rest against. Stop the bags from swaying all over the shop. Oh, that is just sensational. They actually move better with 4 on the forks rather than 2. They can't do their little swinging job they're trying to do. I am tempted to not stack them 3 high. More pallets required. Just because you can stack them 3 high doesn't mean you should. You've got plenty of space here. This bag's down nice and safe. I'll reach that pallet without having to get out. Right. That should do us for most of these bags. Right, last 2 bags. Lorry driver is on and gone already. I think he's going for another load. Boss man Rich has arrived, so I said, what do you want me to do with these last 2 bags? He said, oh, that'll be alright, just stack on the urea next door. So that's what we're doing. Rob said those big bags of urea didn't stack very well, so that's why they're all singled. Right, that's that job done. We're going to pick up a feed trailer now and try and back it in here somewhere, and the tanker. Feed trailer first? Yeah. Oh, there's Juno off on a run. Rocky's on the maze pit. Oh, Rocky. That was a good jump. Can't see anything out the window. Alright, so I put the hitch of this on the other hitch. Okay, just straight in and then put the tanker in front or in the middle or whatever. Righto. I'll have to just pick the drawbar up and nudge him in a bit, Rich, because I'm right on the tyre there. Look, they didn't know. That ain't doing a lot of good for that. Oh, okay. Oh, military precision. Do I just put the bale trailer right back in there and sort of tight against the bales and then...
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
we're still not going to have enough room to put the tanker in the middle, are we?
He might just fit in there. As long as we can get the little tanker and the dung trailer out, that's all that we want, isn't it? Yeah. Off to get our next piece of machinery. Find out, Rocky! Rocky thought there was something under there. Intermittent wiping, let's go. Right, the greedy little calves are eating a lot of cake, so we're back on with loading this one up again. Feels like we only did it the other day. Hello, cows. Oh my God, there was nearly a crash with Juno. You hooligan, Juno. You gotta come and tap the bin every morning now to get the auger going.
Oh, right.
Tappy, tappy. There you go, it's fine then, yeah. That'll do, donkey. Juno nearly had me. Stand on the lip there, is it? I'm too tall for that. I'm better off down here. Oh, this is a great system. I feel like me and Rob only filled this up the other day. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, we could go Friday because the cake come Friday morning, isn't it? Right. Yeah, we put all those bags in, bar the bottom layer. They're back onto cow cake now. They've had calf cake for a week. Probably be alright, that bag. Hey, Rocky dog. There you are. Yes. God, don't let me hear that. I do always wonder that. Like when we go up and see Squeak, you get on the M25 and it's a car park at like midday on a Wednesday. You think, where's everyone going?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, then you think of all the people like in the country.
Yes.
They're going to be doing something. I mean, we're going away, coming back.
Well, that's it. Half of them you see up there probably going to Heathrow. That's it. Yeah. Right, that's the cake filled up for the carbs. We're back on the cow cake now. Rightly or wrongly, they're fed the same cake that the cows get. There's Rocky doing a bit of ratting. Here we go, Rocky. Other than the last time you saw us fill this up when we had a pallet of calf cake here because we ran out of cow cake. You following along? Put that back where he was, down there. Nice work. Oh, goodness me. Oh my God. Oh, that is perfect. Beauty. That tipsy bin is absolutely brilliant. I think I bought it from RW Agri. After trying to get one imported from Ireland, which was a pain in the backside. You have to get various custom certificates. I found a company actually found me that do all that bit for you, so I made it a lot quicker. I think they're roughly £330 plus VAT plus delivery, something like that. Right, next job on the list. We've got a barrel of AdBlue that turned up and was delivered to the wrong part of the farm. Where do I want to leave these forks where they're not in Rob's way? Sorry, pallet forks, you're living outside for a minute. They'll be in the way there as well because we're going to bed up tonight. It's a Friday. You guys seem to like the bedding up video, so thank you very much for all the shares and likes and comments and whatever. We want the old bucket, which I can't tell the difference between them. But I think it's this one. Fair, any bucket will do. Let's go and get some AdBlue, man. Right, we've gone away from the microphone because that doesn't seem to be working. But it's now dinner time, so I'm about to go home and have some dinner. There is the final stack of fertiliser. We put all the trailers back, sort of how they were. We need to get at the tanker and the dung trailer really, so as long as we can get at those, all good. Spent the rest of the morning doing some odd jobs, filled up everything with AdBlue, Got a new drum of AdBlue arrive. Just put the handler on the sand dispenser because it is bedding up this afternoon. Had a vet tech come back and retest the IR we had from TB testing back in October, and she actually tested clear this time, so that is a good job done. She's actually only milking on 2 teats, and she's fairly sizable cow, so we'll just get rid of her now, I expect. Save any potential future hassle with her. Heifers have eaten most of their food, so they want some new bales either later or tomorrow. And yeah, it's just been one of those like odd job days, really. Put this back ready for milking later on. Tension it up. Yeah, luckily the cow we had to retest, number 303 she is. She's really quite placid. She'll come and stand at the back of the parlour and want like a scratch if you've got a slow cow or something. And we went to go and look for her. I just poked my head over the wall here where the cow's heads are. She was just stood there. I was like, oh, there she is. Just ran around to the crush and tested her. And then the rest of the morning, me and Rich have been playing around with this camera that's on the end of the shed here. Well, the whole farm's covered in CCTV, but this one had stopped working. And the cable runs down this RSJ, goes into a soil pipe there, under the ground, comes out in a hole here. And rats had chewed it under the ground somewhere. So we pulled out all the old cable, put a new piece in from the camera down along here. We've even done it professionally, look, and put it in some ducting. And then we've got that's part of the old cable that's good. That's the new cable from the camera, all coiled up there. And we just ran out of time to connect it up, but that is the next job for possibly Monday now, to connect that up. We've also got to be a bit wary of Juno going in and out all the time, so when he's been gone, we've been in here doing stuff. We've just got to bury it back in there, and then it goes under the concrete and various other places around there. So yeah, been a bit of a busy odd job day. Rob's gone off, I think I said this earlier, to the Farmers to Action tractor run. So that is like a nationwide thing today, all across the country. Farmers are getting together to drive around in their tractors and raise awareness for all the silly things the government are trying to do. And tools away here a minute. So hopefully they can spread the message without upsetting the public too much. But yeah, lunchtime. Right, as seems to be the way at the minute, we're finishing off the vlog at home. Special guest here in for another interview. Really wags his tail, it doesn't move any of the rest of his body. But yes, I thought I'd better give a special shout out to Millie for getting me a space heater for where I had my breakfast on the farm in the office, because it was pretty cold there for a couple of days when it was -4 or 5. And also my wife Abby, who yesterday afternoon came back and helped me milk. I thought Rob was going to be away longer on the tractor, and he was actually back before I was in the afternoon. But as part of the deal with Abby coming milking, I had to go food shopping. So you give and take in this life. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What do you reckon, Gus? Yep. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.